September 25th, the new Fox Tuesday kicks off with New Girl's new season. Then welcome Ben and Kate.
Stay away from my sister before you find out what 6 years of Krav Maga feels like. Well, like year and a half plus like 4 years on and off I was traveling.
Followed by another all-new New Girl.
What am I looking at here?
Pure, unadulterated friendship.
And the Mindy Project.
Can't believe you're tattling.
Tattling is when a little girl does it, okay? When a hot woman does it, it's called whistleblowing.
The new Fox Tuesday, premieres September 25th on Fox.
You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV Network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Dean Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Maria Menounos and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's Wilfred After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. If you'd like to buzz in on tonight's show, you can buzz us at 424-256-1729. That's 424-256-1729. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's Wilfred After Show.
Hey folks, Bing is for doing. And we're here. Doing the Wilfred AfterBuzz. And tonight's episode, season 2 episode
12.
Yeah.
We're on the 12th episode already.
That's right. It was entitled Resentment.
I'm resenting the fact that we're on the 12th episode of Wilfred already.
I'm also resenting the fact that whoever wrote down what season number it is wrote 1.
Well, you know, 1,
We
2.
knew. Same difference.
3
all
into the
numbers.
4. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre are at the door.
With Wilfred.
With Wilfred.
Wait, what season is it on?
It's season 2.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry. My bad. That was my fault.
Now I feel
Get
bad.
it together. Get it together.
Fail.
As always, I'm John Barrett. With me are...
Chevonne Hughes.
Taking that this way. Greg Goodness.
Thanks for watching, folks. So this episode, it's wedding time, guys. It's
Fighting.
MFing wedding time.
Yeah.
And someone isn't happy about it.
Ryan's being a little Devo.
A little bit bitter.
Bridezilla. No, just kidding. Yeah.
No, yeah. Oh, that's actually good.
Yeah?
He's being a little bridezilla
Little
about
Bridezilla.
it. Even though he's not even the bride. He's just the flower. Well, not the flower girl. The ring
bearer.
Frodo is the ring bearer, guys.
You were like, do you guys get it? Do you get it? Do you get it?
It took them.
Craig and I are sitting there like, no.
Is it because he's a little girl?
Yeah,
I don't
I don't know.
understand. And John's all over the Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
You are pathetic excuses for nerds.
Whatever.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
This is... we've seen Ryan mopey before. We've seen him a little bit stewing in himself.
Right.
This is the first time, I think, this season we've seen him full on just hating stuff.
He's
just going around...
He's being a total shit.
He's drinking that haterade.
Is basically what I said. That was my main note about it, is that Ryan is being a huge little shit
right
about this whole situation.
Mm-hmm.
And he's holding on to bitterness. He's holding on to bitter resentment.
Isn't it a little understandable, though? A little bit. Come on.
I understand, like, the I don't even, like, I understand having that feeling.
Right.
I don't understand holding on to it as tightly as he does.
Right. Well, we've already established he has, like, emotional issues.
Yeah, he does.
So probably attachment issues as well.
That's a good point.
It's been building up for the whole season. You see, it explains it pretty well in the episode that he's lost the only thing that he had, resembling what they now have, the relationship and the chance at happiness.
Right.
And it wasn't too far of a leap for me. I totally bought it. And as weird and jarring as it is to see Ryan actually like, and that's all I can project it as, is Ryan going around like, I think there should, like, that's the closest approximation to that attitude that I can make.
He lays it out on the line pretty specific. The thing I sort of, I guess ultimately what my issue, or what I take issue with about it, is that he is very specific in saying that their happiness makes him unhappy. Like he
I think that's honest.
Yeah.
I think that is refreshing.
I think
and
that's
John, shame on you
no,
for
what I'm saying
pretending
is,
like you're above that.
That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is no one is generally that honest with themselves about what's getting them down. Like I don't think I've ever seen someone see that situation happening and go, I'm upset that they're happy because it reminds me that I'm sad. I felt like it was almost too on the nose.
Right.
I feel like this is a Dr. Seuss book somewhere that I haven't quite remembered. The concept of someone else's happiness making you furious.
It's like a Dr. Spock book or something.
I think that's sort of the whole thing about the Grinch.
Oh, yeah. Sure. I mean, that's Christmas.
Ryan
and
is
this
the Grinch?
Yeah, dogs. But
Yeah, and
different.
weddings.
Right.
Yeah.
And
And
the
there's
wedding
probably-
went on.
Yeah, and the wedding went on. There's
They
probably a
still sang.
Shakespeare
Yeah.
thing.
Because Ryan is letting them do it.
But
I guess,
anyway,
yeah.
the thing is, I like what Wilfred tells Ryan, which is that being happy is like being gay. It's a choice.
Yeah, that's met
Yeah.
with silence, buddy.
That it means the same thing.
I
Here's the
know.
thing.
Here's the
He
thing. I
said
know
that.
exactly what you mean by "I like that," but you need to put a qualifier on that. You need to say "I like it" in like the ironic sense, because we
It's
all
so
know
wrong.
it's wrong. But he's stating it. You can't just be
What-
like, "What he
what-
said really resounded with me."
As Lady Gaga said, I was born that way. Yeah.
And also, telephone, right?
Something
No.
like
Yeah.
that, yes.
That's I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
That's the copyright.
We gotta get you into a recording
non-infringement.
Wait a
Studio,
minute,
my
guys.
man.
Is Greg Goodness really Lady Gaga? Was that Greg Goodness's penis we saw at that?
Get the song to the
Performance?
face.
I don't
also actually I'm sorry. I said that the word I wrote down to describe Ryan was a little shit. It's actually wiener ball.
Wiener
That's-
ball.
Why didn't you say that to begin with? We can totally air that.
I forgot
it's
that I had.
mistakes like that that are keeping our explicit tag, John.
I'm sorry.
Oh, that's true.
Sorry, folks.
Shame on you.
I should have been saying wiener ball all along. Greg, I hear you have something to tell us about.
I do. And as a matter of fact, it's about this, in a way.
Huh?
Comedy, in the most general sense. I like it. Chevonne likes it. John can take it or leave it.
Take or leave comedy.
But if you do like comedy, then Fox has got you covered. They have their premiere set for Thursday. It's going to be on September 25th, starring at 8. First off, right off the bat, Zooey Deschanel. Everyone loves her.
Yeah.
She's back. New girl.
Can I just correct you and remind all of our listeners and viewers that it's Tuesday, the 25th.
That's correct.
Tuesday.
Whoops.
It's all right.
Anyways, she's back. She's lost her job, and now
Wah,
she's
wah.
gotta bounce back from that. So
She can definitely
good luck
do
with
it.
that. She can do it, but we're gonna watch her and
With her
see how
positive
she does it.
attitude.
Here's my
Yeah.
question. How can anyone bring themselves to fire those pretty eyes?
How could they?
And
But
that
in
quirky
TV land,
personality.
they can. Anyways, then right after that, from the producers of New Girl, you already like New Girl, now you're rolling into it. We got what critics are already calling one of the year's best new series, and that is, in quotes, people, we got Ben and Kate. Ben and Kate, and then after Ben and Kate, we got even more New Girl. We got a brand new episode of New Girl, 2 in one night.
How lucky are we?
And then Mindy Kaling, she has a brand new Office coming up after that. It's the series premiere of the new comedy, The Mindy Project. I'm telling you, if you're looking for comedy and fun, Fox premiere Tuesday has got you covered. It's September 25th, 8 p.m. I love New Girl. These new shows sound great. I'm going to be watching.
So are we.
Yes, indeed.
And so should you.
You better do it.
We're looking out into nothingness.
Oh, there, you right there.
You.
Do it.
Anyways, while we're speaking of nothingness, Drew and Jenna.
Drew and Jenna.
Oh.
Are they nothingness? Are they a thing now? Is this the episode that cements them together?
I think they're serious now, unfortunately.
God, I hope so.
I think this is something that, yeah, in the back of my mind, I know that they cannot stay together forever, but this is definitely the start of they're together and that's not going away. which is, I think it's a good thing for the series, at least, because we got to give Ryan a little bit of time to grow.
Exactly.
Right.
I agree with that. My thing with Jenna and Drew is that it's a very bipolar relationship, it seems.
Okay.
They're either incredibly happy together, as we see in this episode, or incredibly miserable, as we've seen in just about every other episode that explores this relationship.
Oh God.
But you could say that about so many couples.
For other, yeah.
True.
I'm not saying it's a good thing, or that I endorse it, or that it's a good relationship, but people seem to make it work. Why can't it work here?
Mostly because of the plot, I think.
Well, they make it sound like they're gonna like eventually, like Ryan's gonna get in there somehow with all the turmoil. Get in there.
Get in there.
Yeah. With all that.
Right.
Sex. Yes, we're talking about. Yeah.
We're talking about
intercourse.
doing it.
The lowest form of comedy, John.
So
The
blue.
lowest. Shame.
At least there wasn't a fart joke in there.
Yeah. Too bad.
Which there were plenty of good ones
there
in this
was.
one.
There were a lot of good fart jokes.
Anyway, I think I've never seen any substance to this relationship, is the other thing. But that's because we only sort of explore it through Ryan's perspective, and Ryan's perspective, Ryan has chosen the perspective that it's either it's horrible and vapid and needs to end and die, and so do everyone.
I don't know. I think that I totally agree with what you're saying, that we've seen this from afar for too long to really see them being together. We have Jenna as a more or less a secondary character, and then Drew as a tertiary character.
Tertiary? I
Yeah.
think tertiary is the word.
Sure. Why not?
I think he has a lot more to do with this season than Jenna does. Funny enough.
Well, now we're starting to see that, right? We're
Yeah.
starting to see a little bit of layering. We're seeing layering to Drew for probably the first time since, I want to say, maybe the premiere or one of the first two episodes. I think we saw a little bit more of him. But this was the first time he opened up and actually had a non-pun related conversation.
It's because he was
with
stoned.
Ryan. Yeah. He got baked and opened up a little about him feeling deep and whatnot.
He got some doobage, quote.
Anyways.
He did call it doobage.
Doobage.
long
This is
way
70s.
long way of going about that. I think this episode is to plant that, okay, this is something firm that's actually, for lack of a better term, happening.
Right.
And there is something there. She was really upset when he got shot.
She
And
was.
if you
I'm sorry, that was a funny moment.
if
That was a funny
you
moment.
if you don't care about someone when they get shot, I mean, yeah, you're going to say like, "Oh, no, boo, you got shot." But she was generally freaked out that
Bad
he got
dog.
shot.
Bad Wilfred.
In case you people can't tell, I'm being just a little bit sarcastic, because everyone else is going to be like, yeah, Greg said some stuff on the show last night where, like, if someone gets shot, like, he doesn't really feel that bad. Like, that's bad.
Let's put a little
I get
disclaimer on that.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
The views that I express do not reflect my views.
You have to say it really quick. Really quick. But
Yeah.
it's okay. Don't worry
Or
about
the
it.
views in my head.
Yes, exactly.
In fairness, if I saw someone get shot, I would probably run.
You'd faint, let's be real.
I'd just be like, "There's a gun! What's happening?" And
Yeah.
then I'd faint.
Yeah.
And then I'd hit my head on something, and then it would be a really bad scene. So people I know and care about, don't get shot around me.
He will be no help to you.
I am not the person you want around when you get shot.
Regardless of whether he loves you or no.
Yeah. Yeah.
True
Even
love
if I
or
don't
not.
care for you.
Even if John's in his wedding dress.
Yeah.
And covered in blood.
Even if I'm
he
in
won't
my
shot.
Oh my God, I'm picturing
I
stuff
thought-
in my head that I really don't want to.
I thought that Wilfred accidentally shot Jenna.
That's what I thought it was a paint
at
gun
first.
too. at
That's what
first.
I thought.
Paint gun,
I was
yeah.
like, oh no, paint ruined the dress.
Yeah.
And it's, oh no, Drew got shot.
That's okay. Now that you've said that, I remember them bringing up that he went on a hunting trip for his bachelor party, and I was like, that's a weird bachelor party thing to do.
Right.
And now I put together why
Yeah.
he went hunting,
there's
so
a-
that they could shoot him later.
There's a hunting trip in the first act.
you
It's got to go off
shoot
in the
someone
third.
in the third.
So do we think that Wilfred kind of did that on purpose a little, maybe?
He was pretty drunk.
Well, also, if I
And
mean,
in vino veritas.
yes,
Yeah.
especially with dogs.
Are you speaking that Latin? I like
In
Latin.
vino veritas canine.
Yes.
Well done. Well done.
Yes.
And with that, let's move on because we'll never top it.
I think we got to talk about where these good people can find us, though, John. They got to find us
On
iTunes.
iTunes.
You got to go in there. You got to look us up. You got to rate us. You got to comment us.
and subscribe to
It's
us.
what keeps the lights on.
That's right.
Really, honestly,
Tell us.
we love it when you go in and you stroke our ego and you give us a few stars our way.
And I love it when you come in and say horrible things about Greg Goodness.
People aren't taking it.
Has anyone won that yet? No.
People aren't taking us up on the say horrible
right.
things about the host challenge. I'm
If
pretty
you
sure
can get one of us to cry, we will give you whatever DVD it was we've been promising all season.
we'll bring you several DVDs.
We were all just so good they have nothing to say.
Yeah, that must be it.
We're all so fantastic.
And handsome and pretty.
Yes.
And we are just gorgeous to look at, gorgeous to listen to. And we are so witty and insightful and guys, we're perfect.
We are.
And they should tell us as much.
And you should tell us.
Let's get this bad boy on network TV. Let's just do it.
Right on.
Let's do it.
Speaking of us being really handsome, I bet that makes a lot of our listeners and our viewers jealous.
Jelly-o-so.
You know who else was pretty jealous in this episode?
Ooh.
Wilfred.
Yes.
Well, I mean, wouldn't you be jealous if your owner was such a filthy slut? Petting all the other dogs in the neighborhood.
I couldn't. Of all the scenes that I've seen on Wilfred, I have to say the most internally disturbing was her with all the dogs
Like, it
covering
was
her. Like it was some sort of a weird cuckolding, like fetishize. That was just so weird on
It made
so many
such
levels.
an innocent moment so dirty. And
yeah, I don't think I'll ever be able to pet a dog
Yeah.
the same way again.
Yeah.
Because that was filthy.
It was horrible. And again, they've shown so much worse on this show, but never something that just made me that uncomfortable on the
Because
inside.
it's something, it is. It's something so innocent that is portrayed as a gangbang.
Right.
Is
And-
exactly
yeah.
that's what happened.
Right.
Yeah, Wilfred said, like, basically petting is the equivalent to, like, a blowjob,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
essentially.
Yep.
So she just blew every dog in the neighborhood.
Blew
in that moment.
everything. She had sex with every dog.
In front of Wilfred.
And
Which-
and makes Wilfred jealous.
Yeah.
Specifically of Jellybean, who makes an appearance in this episode again.
So glad Jellybean is just coming
I
back.
know, a reoccurring
again and
character, that
again.
one.
I want Jellybean to come back. I want Jellybean to appear to someone else on the show
As a human being.
I want Jellybean to have his own spin-off series.
Like
Jellybean moves to Seattle and gets a radio show and moves in with his elderly father.
Yeah, his father and his
goodness.
brother and the
Right.
little Jack Russell Terrier.
Well, he doesn't move in with his brother, idiot. His
Sorry.
brother just hangs out a lot and makes witty quips.
Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry, I don't know everything about Frasier.
What are you talking about? I'm talking about
The
Jellybean,
sitcoms,
the spin-off series.
It's
Right, I'm
it's
sorry.
in development. Don't worry about it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
no, it definitely is.
This is I keep using the phrase. I'm pretty sure I've used it throughout the season as well, so feel free to berate me about it. But Wilfred has not been in this sort of an agitated state before. We've seen him just generally snarky and
Right.
sort of mad at Ryan. Never, and he's been possessive of Jenna,
Uh-huh.
but never like drunkenly so for this long.
Right.
Which I thought was fun to see
Yeah.
played out on screen.
I'm with you on that. He really loses it, and it's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Really.
Nothing funnier than a dog with a bottle of tequila in hand. Nothing funnier.
That's one of the things where, as much as I'm willing to accept about this show and sort of the breaks of reality, did they see the bottle? Is he
Exactly.
just sort of like, is there a bottle off to the side? Is he actually
suspend your
drunk?
disbelief.
I don't. It
That's a
confused
weird
me.
one.
Yeah.
That's a weird one for me. Also, what happens when a dog drinks half a bottle of tequila? Because there was half a bottle left.
Right.
So half a bottle of tequila got drunked.
I wish
when you
Jack
have a
was here, he could
Jason
probably answer
Gann,
that.
when you have a Jason Gann-sized dog,
Yeah, that's a good point.
uh,
He can probably put back some tequila.
right. And
Probably ate
hold
the
it
worm.
in. That was the other thing. He was holding it in too.
Yeah.
There was no outside movement going on.
Yeah.
The entire
No, that was
time.
not. That was all in and no out. Because here's the thing, like, I'm a pretty substantial drunk.
It's good to admit you have a problem.
I would
It's the
call
first
you a
step.
very substantial
First
drunk.
step. Why am I never around for this?
More than like 3 shots of tequila, party over. Like,
Right.
that's it. That's all I can. It's basically a hallucinogen as far as I'm concerned. So I wonder how a dog can handle half a bottle, is what I'm saying.
And then managed to get himself into a locked junkyard.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wondered about that.
And managed to explore Ryan's innermost demons. And here's what I thought was kind of weird about Wilfred getting this possessive is we sort of see at the end how he turns it around and says, oh, well, I accept it now, and she loves me, you other dogs, jerks. Wilfred, and again, this is weird because he's in Ryan's head, Wilfred is every bit as messed up psychologically as Ryan is. And Wilfred doesn't grow out of this at all. He manages to fix Ryan without fixing himself.
Right.
Very
deep.
I thought it was...
It's a very interesting commentary on psychiatric
dogs.
Yeah. You know, if your therapist is a dog.
And a drunk.
If you're so lucky.
A drunken
enough to have
dog
one of those.
that is also a figment of your own schizophrenic mind.
Who is holding
Oh
in
my
all of his bowel movements.
Out of spite.
Yes.
Wow. We're a couple of layers deep into this thing.
Inception.
That's
yeah.
the word.
Oh, jeez.
The Inception elevator. We're like 12 floors down now. We keep going further
Don't
and further
don't
down.
die 12 layers down. You will never wake up.
Nope.
Yeah.
Never.
Nope.
Oh, man.
So, Greg,
Yes.
you posed a question to us.
I posed a question to you guys earlier, and I think this is what we can fairly call our special segment, if you will, news and gossip. Hasn't been a lot of chatter about Wilfred lately. Not too many interviews, not too many what have yous. And it begs the question, anger management got renewed, okay? It's coming back for 100 episodes. Wilfred, as far as I've been able to tell online, still in the gray.
Haven't seen it either.
Haven't seen the green light, haven't seen the red light, haven't seen any sort of light in between. So it does beg the question. In the past, we've had network executives, and I think we've covered this in special segment before, saying it looks good and, you know, oh, we're very happy with Wilfred and that sort of thing. But without the official green light, what's going on?
I mean, its numbers have been good, right? It premiered super high.
Premiered very high. I think the numbers aren't doing as well as they're not Charlie Sheen numbers,
right?
But it has a pretty loyal fan base, I would like to say. If you're looking on Netflix as of lately, they have the first season streaming, and it's 5 stars or 4.5 somewhere. So obviously there's a pretty cult following to it, and people who think very highly of it. But I'm a little.
Well, don't you kind of sense like things kind of coming to a close in a sense this season? Do you sense like a little bit of a, you know?
This was like a closure episode.
Yeah.
Like if this was the series finale, it would make sense. It's
Right.
okay. He's gonna let them go. Ryan is gonna get back with Amanda. Super pumped, and we can all live happily ever after.
But we still have 1 episode left.
We do.
This season.
Something
So
trippy's
things
gonna happen.
Can go really wrong.
Things can go wrong, and I imagine. I mean, I haven't heard terrible things about its numbers, and I don't. It's not like treading water or anything. And if it's gonna hold anger management as its lead-in, you know, I mean, you can put anything behind it, and it'll still get like a boatload of viewers, because a boatload of viewers are gonna watch anger management.
I don't know.
So, well,
I guess we gotta
we'll
wait
see.
and see.
We gotta wait
Find out what happens.
and see.
Yeah,
Speaking
2 weeks.
of seeing, I think it's time for some creepy theremin music to come on.
Let's hear the spooky theremin.
And now, your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Predict something.
I think that they're going to find a mysterious addict that may or may not be there, and we're not going to figure that out until the season premiere next season.
Predict something.
I think that they're going to go on with a cliffhanger again. I don't think they're going to wrap everything up. I think they're going to go for broke, and we're going to assume that it's coming back for season 3. I think that Ryan is going to tell someone, or someone will find out, that he sees Wilfred as a person.
I predict something. I'm in your camp on that. I think Ryan's problems are going to start coming out in a more real-world way, and I think we're going to be left with more questions than answers after the next episode.
That's the Wilfred way.
Can I take it one step further? I think that he's going to confide in Amanda. I think it sets it up in this episode that if he's going to get back with her, he's going to have to be honest
about who he is.
And
as several of these episodes have been about him learning to do.
Yes.
Anyway.
I'm very pleased with his growth, I must say.
Glad to hear it.
Yes.
Cool. All right, guys. I think that just about wraps it up for us here at the AfterBuzz Studios. So, why don't you y'all tell them where they can find you?
You can find me at Generic Maverick on the Twitters.
On the Twitters. You can find me at Chevonne_Hughes and at ChevonneHughes.com.
And then you can find me at John Barrett on the Twitters. So for on behalf of my lovely co-hosts and myself and everyone at AfterBuzz TV, thank you for listening. Tune in next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Bow, 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 bow.
From Bing.com, executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.